into this best of 3. And this morning, in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the Danish Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And this morning, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. Representing himself, it is Cure. Again, to make it this far in the tournament, Cure did take down Dark in the quarterfinals, and MaxPax took down Clem. So MaxPax is already warmed up when it comes to the PvTs. And what can Cure bring to the table? Again, Cure is kind of renowned for his own TVP matchup. Arguably the best TVP in the world does come from Cure. So I'm excited. I'm ready for it. The highest of quality Terran versus Protosses. Vámonos. 10 casters for 1 pro player. 1? Yeah, 2, Bobby. So now we do see MaxPax just being as annoying as possible. This is going to be an economic opener out of Cure. It is going to be a racked expand. Only a single gas geyser has been taken. So again, economic here from Cure. And MaxPax does confirm that. I'm sure he wants to get a read on whether or not the CC is thrown down on the high ground or the low ground. And if it's on said low ground, again, going to try and delay it for as long as he can. Up! This pro being such a nuisance, and the CC will be thrown down eventually, just delayed by a couple of seconds. As behind this MaxPax, he does have a Zealot on the way, is rallied across the map once again to try and delay this CC. And once the Cybercore is done, we should be working towards an Adept as well. When it comes to the openers of MaxPax, it was a Gate Expand into a Cybercore. Oh no, sorry, it was a Gate Cyber Expand. My mistake. Bit of a later Nexus to rush into this Adept to get it across the map as soon as possible. It is being chronoed by MaxPax, and we'll see if he can delay this CC even longer. Here we go, the Zealot has arrived, and the bunker finishes up just in time for said Zealots. The CC is going to be delayed by a couple of seconds, but only a couple. The Adept is making its way across the map, and it looks like, can it get here in time? Up! It looks like it barely will. There are 2 SCVs though, and we do manage to barely get them in the bunker as well. Good juggling out of Cure, working on the progression of this CC as best he can, and we do delay the CC by a couple of seconds, and oh god! Only by a couple, as it does finish up like 3 or 4 seconds. What are the SCVs? As 1 SCV will go down, but the rest of the army gets cleaned up, does get pushed back, and the Cure can rest easy with his orbital now being morphed in. Again, a pretty intense start. No! As the wall is not a wall, and an Adept does slip into the main base. A bit of an oversight out of Cure. This is going to do some extra damage. 2 SCVs go down, and we get a full scout of the main, confirming the production, confirming the add-ons. As we even delay mining for a little bit longer as well. Cure just making sure it's on location. I don't blame him. We've all been there. No, once again! The Adept does shaded. Slips into that main base as well. Getting 1 more SCV. A second, a second SCV as well. Did I say 2? I meant to say 3. Delaying this depot. It's insane how much these Adepts have done. So unfortunate. But now Cure is looking for some counter damage. He does have a Marine drop across the map. What do we have at home to defend? We have 4 Stalkers now getting in position, and they should arrive in time to protect the mineral line. Good stutter stepping, good juggling out of Cure. Takes down 1 of those Stalkers. Really cute moves there, trying to dodge those shots. He did do it like once or twice, but barely not enough to overcome these Stalkers. As Cure is forced back. Behind this, it's going to be a Blink Stalker opener. Only 3 gateways, so not the most aggressive opener. This does lead into a 3rd. There we go, 3rd base is thrown down. Now, 3 gateways do give you map control, and we can see MaxPax moving out across the map. Oh, we even have a warp. Oh my god. Poppy. We even have a warp prism. Okay. MaxPax, he wants to be more than just a little bit aggressive. Dropping the main base gets cleaned up. Hellion run by as well, not granted entry into the natural. And now MaxPax, he can focus on his own push. He has high ground vision with the Warp Prism. He can blink into the main. There is a tank in position and a bunker as well, so Cure should be safe and sound. But MaxPax, he could try to go for that gas geyser. Oh, just barely. He up, hugs the wall. Oh, but he is within range of the tank. 2 SCVs go down. How many in total? 7 in total. Here comes some reinforcements. MaxPax committing to the warp in. Will he dive on the tank? He could try. He's going for it. Here we go. We dive on the tank. We do two-shot it. Gonna be losing a couple of stalkers in the process, but a big blow here to Cure. Juggling looking even better. Oh, as we snipe the Raven as well. 2 stalkers for 1 Raven, 1 tank, and 2 Marines. Ay. No, wait, 2 Ravens? This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. As MaxPax, he's not even all in. Like, he took a 3rd base behind this. He's working on charge. He is working on charge, blinking in towards the natural, denying even more mining here. And this has already done so much damage, and he's even getting more. Tanks do reposition as MaxPax avoids them, going back into the main base. Oh my god, this is obscene. it's crazy. It's crazy how much he's getting done. 8 SCVs go down. And Cure is getting picked apart. At this point, he's down 20 workers. MaxPax now just has to worry not to die to an all-in. Cure has a chance here to maybe send everything across the map. Mine shot does go off. But Cure, instead of going for a big 2-base all-in, he's going for a for a single drop instead. Rally towards the main base. MaxPax is working on a 4th Storm, additional gateways. It's has been a rough start here for Cure. 3rd CC is on the way. Now we'll see if he can recover. There's potential. There's potential in this drop. There's potential in what Cure can do. He does catch the army. Good volley. Good volley of tanks. Drop does slip into the main base. I believe MaxPax did just warp in. Yeah, he just warped in a wave of zealots. Forced to recall back home and warp in as well. Blink is done. Blink is done, but we're not able to chase down that medevac at the same time because we forced the recall. Cure is pushing in. Likewise, zealots into the natural, into the main base. We get on top of the tank. The tank does go down. Cure gonna try to trade blow for blow. Getting his tanks in position, but the charge, they do close the distance. They get on top of the Marines. And MaxPax will clean this up. He shuts down the tank push across the map. He's also being cleaned up as well, but that was a hefty loss for Cure. He tries to go and drop into the main base, but Stalkers are waiting. And at this point, MaxPax is miles ahead. Just everything is going MaxPax's way. He's up in bases, he's up in workers. Go +2 on the way. 2nd Forge for double upgrades. Storm is done. Where does it end? When do I stop listing things off? I mean, sure, at least he doesn't. He doesn't have robot-based units like no Colossus, Cobium. Oh, we don't need Colossus. Not where we're going. We're going across the map, Papi, and here we go. The 3rd base is completely exposed. Again, the storms are still available. We don't want to waste them on SCVs, though. We want to waste them on the army. Use them on the army. As 16 SCVs go down, MaxPax can now focus on the main assaults, and the mines were triggered. And show us what storms you have left. I think we have 2 remaining. GG gets called. We get 1 storm towards the end, and MaxPax will take game number 1 in a pretty commanding fashion. That was wild. GG, well played. I mean, there was a bit of a give and take. I do think that the initial defense from Cure was quite solid. The initial defense when it comes to his micro against the Adepts and against the initial Adept and Zealot, I think was good. But if you remember, very soon after, we saw MaxPax somehow, someway slip into the main base twice with his Adepts, and he was able to get 7 SCV kills. Like, it got a little bit too out of hand. I was able to get quite a lot of SCV kills to begin with. He was able to defend, then go for a big counter push with his 3-gate Bleak Stalkers, bearing in mind that was only 3 gates, by the way, but because of the economic damage that he had done earlier, he was just getting out of hand and snowballing out of control, and Cure, he had that much less to defend. So even though it wasn't a committed Blink Stalker opener from MaxPax, he still did a surprising amount of damage with it. Insane amount of damage. He sniped tanks, he sniped Ravens. Multiple. Oh. And just set himself up for victory. GG, well played. MaxPax does take game 1, and now we get ready for game number 2. And we'll see if Cure can get his footing here, because that last game looked pretty dominant, but we have seen better from Cure before. You know, we have seen him go toe-to-toe with MaxPax, even defeat MaxPax in the past. So I want to believe that we can go to the ace match, but it's all about who's feeling better on the day, and we'll see how Cure changes his approach coming into game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Solaris. Solaris is coming up next. Just catching up with the bracket. We missed out on so much. So many good games. So many. Here you go. We're just waiting for our players to prepare themselves. You know, they asked for a moment. Bit of a break. All good. More than willing to provide that. As now we're getting into game number 2. Once we load in, I want to have a look at what the predictions were looking like, actually. Did we have faith in the Cure? Ooh, pretty 50-50, actually. Oh my. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if we do manage to find ourselves in an ace match. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Solaris, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. Ooh, representing himself down in the series, it is Cure. And Cure is being a little bit cheeky. Cure, he avoids the probe scout. He sneaks out the long way around the edge of the map instead, avoiding the probe. And Cure, he's looking... Oh, wait, proxy racks. Let's go. I thought he was going for an eBay block. I'll be honest. I thought he went the long way around to eBay block, but no, he's going for a proxy racks instead. So bold move here from Cure. Bold move. We are taking gases, a second gas as well. Now, this could just be Proxy Reaper, or we could be heading into Proxy Marauder instead. So both gases are being taken here back at home. MaxPax looking for the hidden racks. Again, the racks is missing. Where did it go? MaxPax not quite able to find it. Not yet. As the racks is about to finish up. And Cure is going to be going for Reapers. Okay. Is going to be Proxy Reaper here from Cure. Now, this isn't the most committed proxy. We should be working on a factory momentarily back at home. This is just designed to catch its opponent off guard and get some economic damage done. Bunker is on the way on the low ground. And this bunker should be able to finish up. I mean, the SCV is taking some hits, but with the RNG... we should be able to work our way through this bunker. Reaper is about to pop out. MaxPax is going to have to deal with this at some point. Pylon is done, and as a result, shield battery soon thereafter. Back at home, there's that transition. We have the factory on the way. Reaper wants a probe. Ooh, he does get one. One probe does go down. Ooh, we get a second as well. Decent amount of damage. So do back up and dip into that bunker. Now, the way this dynamic works is that basically, oh, that's the second Reaper dips in. Basically, we can't mine from the bunker. Cure has control of this area, and MaxPax is going to be stuck on a one-base economy for the next couple of seconds. We do need a shield battery, so shield battery's on the way, and MaxPax will eventually clean this up, but good control out of Cure, keeping his SCV alive, and up! Ooh, dodging the shots! Very nice moves, keeping that SCV alive so we can repair and keep this going that much longer. Up! Ooh, as the SCV does go down, bunker is salvaged, and the Reapers, they abandon it, going into the main base, looking for another probe. But they will not find one. Oh no! As the Reaper did barely scout and confirm the opponent's tech of choice, and of course we have a Stargate, not a Twilight Council. So this is going to be a Stargate opener out of MaxPax to get into Phoenixes. Back at home, we do have our 2-1-1 setup. Oh my god! We have an armory on the way. Bold move here from Cure. Oh, but we don't want to lose these Widow Mines. Not too soon. Barely that Widow Mine is going to be saved. Is going to be repaired. With that armory, detection is going to be required to clean up these mines. See if MaxPax can get detection in time. Back at home, he's got a Stargate. Oh, he has a Robo on the way as well. He doesn't have an Oracle or an Observer yet, but he has access to it. Oh my god! He does have access to it as the Phoenix does come across the drop. The Stalkers as well. The boost will keep this drop alive. But for how much longer? As Cure, he does not make it into a mineral line. Up! Up! Oh my god. As Cure, he may have killed the Phoenix, but it cost him a medevac. And it cost him a drop. We will not be able to get into a mineral line. Observers on the way. MaxPax, he shuts this down before it can really get going. Oh, yeah. We do have a Widow Mine waddling on in. Not able to go off though. Second mine goes down. Again, this was pretty committed at a Cure, and Cure, he doesn't get any scouting information. He doesn't know if we have continued Phoenixes or not. He doesn't know if we're getting to a Robotics Bay or a Twilight Council in charge. Cure just has very limited scouting information, and yeah, this just hasn't really paid for itself. Not yet. At least he killed the Phoenix. It did kill one. True. You know, back at home, MaxPax is working on Phoenix Colossus. Robotics Bay is on the way. First Robo is done. Colossi on the horizon here for MaxPax. He knows how to play StarCraft. He knows about PvT. Phoenix Colossus. Oh, let's go. Even able to barely save that Observer as well. And essentially, Cure is going to be stuck here on two bases a little bit longer. He does have a 3-1-1 setup. Everything is looking normal. Interesting that we are going to be researching Interference Matrix. For those who are maybe unfamiliar and unaware, you do now require an upgrade to use Interference Matrix. Without it, you can only use turrets as well as the anti-armor missile. So Cure, he does double down. He does invest. He's up to 2 Ravens, which means he can, of course, disable those Colossi with this move out. With this eventual push. Oh. Rough supply look there from Cure. As we are getting into those medevacs. Again, first Colossi is on the way. Sorry, second Colossi is on the way. First one is already out, Papi. Ay, ay, ay. And the Phoenixes, they're just designed to contain. For those wondering why this may even be a popular opener, is because Stargate opening into Phoenixes, they shut down drop play, as we even saw just earlier with that Widow Mine drop. they have map control and they can contain the Terran opponents for quite a long time. And even chip away at this army as it moves out. Like so. Uh-oh. Up! The mines! Big mine shots do go off. Doesn't kill anything, but does soften up these Phoenixes quite a bit. Good value here out of Cure. Good patience as well. Finally, those mines did in some way pay off. To try to push on in. We do have Colossi on top of the ramp, but that is what the Ravens are for. We can disable. We're just looking for a better angle of attack. We're looking for just a more opportune moment as Cure throws down his third CC back at home. Third CC is on the way. Main army pushing on forward again. These Phoenixes are quite low. They are quite fragile. MaxPax is going to be able to rotate and keep up with the movement of the Terran for now. Again, MaxPax is still in the dark as to what's going on. He has no map vision whatsoever. Not entirely sure where Cure is going to come in from. And here we go. He does stim. Go straight for the base. Go straight for the cannon. Cannon does go down. Good disables here on all three of the Colossi. Oh my god. Down goes the shield battery. Down goes the overcharge. Cure, can he get on top of the Colossi? As he bleeds out those Ravens. And it looks like he will get a kill on at least the Nexus, but he will lose everything for it. He gets the Nexus and 14 workers. At the same time, mine drop into the main base. It has been spotted. It gets shut down. Oh. Speaking of the Phoenixes, they also shut down this medevac as well. Cure, he did some good damage, don't get me wrong. He killed an entire mineral line. And these mines, they couldn't do the same. But Cure, it cost him his entire army. And now MaxPax is going for a big counterattack. He has 3 Colossi. How many Vikings do we have? 1. We got 1 Viking puppy. Let's go. Now we have 2. We're working on the 3rd and 4th. With Mine Shot once again popping off. Slowing MaxPax down for as long as we can. Here we go, the Colossi, they have arrived. Solid force field on the ramp. Boys, they're being pulled into the Colossi. The Vikings could come in as well, but they're being focused down by those Stalkers. And even if these Colossi go down, look at how much damage has been done. 36 SCVs! The Colossi, they go ham. They clean everything up. 1 Marauder survives. That is it. At the same time, Zella drop into the main base. It's not over. 41 SCVs. And MaxPax is able to just evacuate back home. Now, it wasn't for free. MaxPax, he did lose an army. You can see here the trade. He lost an Immortal, 2 Colossi, most, if not all of his Phoenixes. So MaxPax, he is the most vulnerable now. The most vulnerable he could be is right now. And Cure has to push out. But last MaxPax, he's chilling. No cannon, sorry, no shield battery, no overcharge. We are lacking stack defense. Can Cure take advantage of this? It's a bit unlikely. But possible. Here we go. Zella run back, catches some reinforcements. At the same time, Cure tries to push in, but alas, the position is just too good. The Colossi, they swipe away at the army. The Medivacs, no. GG gets called. It's just too much, and MaxPax will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Oh my god. MaxPax with a solid performance here, shutting down any kind of harassment play. Shutting down the initial mine drop, if you remember, getting a lot of momentum early on, even with his Phoenixes, and yeah, really nicely done here. MaxPax showing us that, hey, he doesn't have to just rely on Blink Stalkers, he can also rely on Phoenixes as well. Very well done, and this will lead us to the grand finals. This will lead us to a best of 5 between MaxPax and Serral. Here we go. We do have to quickly hop on over to the European server, and hopefully I can get there in time. But it takes some time to pack my bags, okay, to hop on a plane, head on over to Europe. We're getting there. We're getting there. And yeah, our players are just gonna be conducting the videos. But again, a really solid performance there out of MaxPax. Really well played. Really well played in the end, as he is able to take down Cure, and again looks so powerful doing so as well. Looking dominant in this matchup. And yeah, with that, we're going to be going on a short break. I'm going to take this moment to refill my water. I'm out, Bobby. I'm out of water. So I'm going to refill my water. And the videos are underway. And when we return, Grand Finals. See you soon. When we return, we will have Cyril versus MaxPax.